Have you ever thought about what would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Imagine the chaos as day and night stretch endlessly. Gravity, weather, and life itself would be thrown into turmoil. Let's explore the shocking consequences of our planet coming to a complete halt. Imagine waking up one day to find that Earth has stopped spinning. Just like that, no warning, no gentle slowdown, our planet halts in its tracks. What would that feel like? What will we see and experience as everything we know about our world shifts, changes, and shatters in a matter of minutes? The idea sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but the consequences of Earth suddenly stopping are as real as they are terrifying. From massive winds sweeping the planet to continents reshaping and climates going wild, our world will become almost unrecognizable. First, let's picture the immediate chaos. Right now, as the Earth spins, everything on its surface moves along with it. At the equator, this movement is incredibly fast, over 1,000 miles per hour. This speed is why we don't feel dizzy from Earth's rotation. It's steady and constant, and everything we see and touch moves at the same pace. But if Earth suddenly stopped, the ground beneath us would halt, while everything else, buildings, oceans, air, people, would keep moving. The result? A chaotic surge of wind and motion as objects, people, and water are flung eastward at speeds faster than anything we've ever experienced. For anyone near the equator, where the rotational speed is the highest, this would be devastating. Structures would collapse, trees would uproot, and even mountainsides could crumble. Imagine a wind so strong it carries buildings with it. People in areas closer to the poles would experience slightly less severe effects, but would still face winds similar to powerful hurricanes. This initial shock alone would be enough to leave our world in ruins. The skies would change too. Right now, Earth's rotation gives us the illusion of stars, the sun, and the moon moving across the sky. The rising and setting of these celestial bodies creates the 24-hour day-night cycle we rely on, but with Earth no longer spinning, the sky would appear frozen in place. If you were on half of the Earth facing the sun when it stopped, you'd experience endless daylight. No sunset, no evening, just an eternal noon. For those on the dark side, it would be night forever. A cold, silent landscape with no sunrise on the horizon. The moon and stars would hang still in the sky, a haunting sight for anyone used to watching their steady progress. And with the sun's light fixed on one half of the planet, temperatures would quickly rise, turning the ground into a scorching desert. Meanwhile, the dark half would freeze, with temperatures dropping to levels that could turn entire regions into icy wastelands. Why does Earth's rotation matter so much anyway? Isn't it just a nice feature that we spin around, marking day and night? Actually, Earth's rotation is a huge part of what keeps our climate stable and livable. The spin helps distribute sunlight and heat more evenly across the planet. This balance is what allows for our 24-hour day-night cycle to regulate temperatures and lets ecosystems adapt to predicted periods of light and dark. Plants rely on sunlight during the day for photosynthesis. Animals hunt and sleep according to the day-night rhythm, and humans set their schedules by the sunrise and sunset. Without this rotation, the balance would be completely broken. Half of the Earth would roast while the other half would freeze, creating conditions most species couldn't survive. The whole system of life, built over billions of years to thrive on a rotating Earth, would be thrown into chaos. The atmosphere too would go haywire. Earth's rotation drives the Coriolis effect, which helps steer winds and ocean currents in predictable ways. These wind and water currents play a critical role in moving heat, moisture, and nutrients around the planet, creating the climates and weather patterns we're familiar with. Without rotation, the Coriolis effect would vanish, and the atmosphere will behave unpredictably. Hot air from the sunlit side of the Earth would rush towards the dark frozen side, creating powerful winds that could rage across the planet non-stop. These winds would be like nothing we've ever seen before, creating massive storms and turbulent weather, especially in the twilight zone between the hot and cold sides. Even areas that might seem livable at first would constantly face extreme weather. Could life survive on a non-rotating Earth? Perhaps, but only under extremely challenging conditions. Living organisms depend on the day-night cycle for survival. Plants need regular sunlight for photosynthesis. Animals need the rhythm of night and day for hunting and resting, and humans rely on stable, predictable conditions to grow food, build homes, and thrive. If Earth stopped spinning, a narrow twilight zone might form between the hot and cold hemispheres. Here, temperatures might be more moderate, offering a slim chance for life to cling on. Some humans could adapt by living in underground shelters to escape the harshest weather, and technology might help us to create habitable areas. And on top of all this, if the Earth stopped spinning, even our sense of gravity would feel different. Right now, the rotation of Earth causes a tiny centrifugal force, which slightly counteracts gravity, especially at the equator. This means that without that rotation, people and objects near the equator would feel a bit heavier, even though gravity itself wouldn't actually change. The slight loss of centrifugal force would make things just enough heavier that some machinery, vehicles, and even our bodies might feel the strain, particularly in equatorial regions. Moreover, the impact on our planet's magnetic field could be significant. Earth's rotation contributes to its magnetic field, which protects us from harmful solar radiation. A sudden stop in rotation could weaken this field over time, exposing us to more intense cosmic and solar radiation, which could have drastic consequences for life on Earth. The prospect of Earth stopping its rotation is, thankfully, not realistic. Earth's rotation is indeed gradually slowing down, but this process is incredibly slow, caused by the gravitational pull of the moon. Every century, Earth's rotation slows down by just about 1.7 milliseconds. To stop completely, it would take billions of years, a timeline so long that other natural changes would likely reshape Earth before that happened. Sudden stops are impossible without an external force of massive magnitude, like a colossal asteroid impact or collision with another celestial body. But even such an impact would likely knock Earth off its axis or change its orbit rather than bringing it to a halt. Could humanity ever prevent a disaster like this if it somehow became a threat? As of now, our technology isn't nearly advanced enough. Restarting Earth's spin or counteracting such a colossal event would require an astronomical amount of energy, far beyond anything humanity can produce. Even if we develop technology to divert asteroids or use massive energy sources, it would be almost impossible to affect Earth's rotation on such a grand scale. The best we could do would be to focus on adapting our planet's natural rhythms and being prepared for smaller changes. If Earth's rotation were to stop, the people in equatorial regions would experience the most immediate and severe impact due to their higher rotational speed. They would be the first to feel the effects of inertia as objects, air, and water rush eastward, causing massive destruction. People closer to the poles, although spared the worst of the initial chaos, would still face the long-term consequences of extreme climate shifts, unyielding darkness or daylight, and chaotic weather. Adaptation would be a struggle for everyone on Earth, and only the strongest, most prepared communities would have any chance of surviving. In the end, Earth's rotation is much more than a steady spin. It's what shapes our day-to-day lives, defines our climates, and sustains the system that makes our world livable. This unceasing rotation is a natural wonder we rarely think about, but it forms the foundation of life as we know it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss on any of our latest updates. And do let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We'll see you guys next time.